start by telling you a story about my dad. How many of you want to hear it? Just few. How many of you? Okay. So, growing up, my dad would always complain about the amount of time we spend on our smartphones. Myself and my elder siblings. I have 3 of them. 3 elder siblings. And we're all boys. We are men now. And I happen to be the last. So my dad would always complain. Then was the era of, 2go, Facebook was still coming alive, but then it was 2go. So my dad would always complain every time, Unu na phone. Do you have Igbos here? Any Igbo here? You know what that means? Unu na phone. Kedi unu na happy. What are you pressing on your phone? It got to a point, he resorted to even seizing our phones. Some of you can relate to that. He will ground my phone. He will carry the phone and put in his room. And then for like a day, I wouldn't see my phone, I wouldn't take any calls. I felt so bad. But all of a sudden, maybe not so suddenly, something else happened. And the story changed. But before I get there, I want you to hold that for a moment. You will see what changed and you will see what happened. Are you with me? Are you with me? Give me energy. You are young and vibrant. You're not 90-year-old people now. I'm smiling, so people are frowning. What's annoying you? You are not the one paying your school fees. I would have said that's what's annoying you. You are not the one. How many of tell me the truth. If you have a car here and you are fueling the car, tell me. Just put your hands up. Let me say it's the price of fuel that is affecting you. How many of you? So smile now. Smile. Okay? Are we good to go? Good. So tonight, we will be learning about she has caught me. She said today. So we are not at night, right? So tonight. Okay, so we're going to be looking at leveraging digitalized innovations. This topic is important for all of you who are here, especially because you are still very young and you are privileged to be having this information at this part of your life. It is a very pivotal point of your life that the decisions you make now can be all the difference you will ever need. The choices that you make right now could be all the difference. You see, let me tell you this if you don't know. Your generation has waited so long for you. Are you with me? Your entire generation has waited so long for you. Some of you are going to be breaking records in your family. Right now, I'm not talking about academic records. I'm not talking about, oh, you're going to make a first class in school, or no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking in terms of impact, influence, income. Some of you are going to be doing something that has never been done before. Not just in your family line, but even in Nigeria, even in Africa, in the world at large. But before you get there, you must come to an awareness of what is possible in our time. The advantage that you have by what you have in your hands. The gold mine in your pocket. Gone are the days parents would force their children to study a course in school because they say, oh, this one is a professional course. Oh, medicine is a professional course. Physiotherapist professional, by God's grace, I'm a physiotherapist. Let's leave that one now. Let's leave that one for now. Nursing is a professional course. This is a professional course. Gone are those days that parents will say that because they think that is the best option for their kids. Reason being that in their minds, that is where there is security, job security. Or if you come out, you're going to get a job. Today, the goal is not to get a job. The goal is to be empowered to empower others. Can you say that with me? The goal is not to get a job. The goal is to be empowered. So I can empower others. Amazing. The moment you start thinking like this from now, your life will totally change, I promise you. Now, we are looking at a few things. I'll be telling you why this matters and how these tools can transform your life, and I'll also help you to see opportunities that exist in our world today. And then step by step, what you need to do to start. Okay? Now, how many of you here have mobile phones? If you have a phone, how many of you? Oh wow, interesting. How many of you? Put your hands up well now. Why you? Okay, good. Good. Bring it down. Do you use your phone? If you use your phone yesterday, let me see your hand. Yesterday. Okay, good. Now let me ask you a question. If you spend more than 3 hours on your phone every day, let me see your hand. Confess, don't worry. Don't worry, your teachers will not flog you. Okay, bring it down. Now, I am not here to say like my dad, oh, you are spending 3 hours on your phone. You are spending, look at all the time you are wasting. No, that's what I'm here to say. I'm here to ask a very valid, vital question. What do you spend your time doing? With that same device, a young boy called Ryan became the youngest billionaire. What was he doing? He was just recording himself reviewing toys on YouTube. You look at it and you're like, oh, that's simple. That's simple. He was reviewing toys. And this is ownership producer mentality. While some people are busy pressing their phones as consumers. You are watching videos, oh, Facebook, there's Sabinus, you watch and Sabinus makes the money, your data will go, MTN will collect it, or Airtel, which one? You know, meanwhile, somebody is at the other end thinking of how to create what other people are going to consume. You see the difference? The difference is what? Mindset. Can you say that with me? The difference is what? Mindset. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I want you to understand something. Our parents missed something. The industrial, the agricultural revolution. A lot of our parents missed it. A lot of our parents did not actually acquire a lot of properties when they were way cheaper and they could afford it. Right? They didn't buy all the land, they didn't buy all the houses, they didn't build all the projects that could make them money. Now, you are privileged to be born into the era of the internet. You are privileged to be born into artificial intelligence. You are greatly privileged. I can tell you for a fact that you have more advantage than myself. For this thing I'm talking about, I should even be sitting to listen to you talk to me about it, because this is your time. If you understand this, your mind can literally be going towards ownership, building, production, creation. You can start doing something now that can make your parents become millionaires. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you getting it? Good. Now, you can imagine your dad saying something, saying, oh, I almost bought shares. I almost bought Amazon shares. I almost bought this. I almost did this. I almost invested in this real estate. You don't want to come tomorrow and you're not telling your own children, I almost leveraged the digital space. You don't want to create those excuses in future. Now, in line with what I said before, I want you to do something quickly. But first of all, you're going to start with another activity. So now, look at your neighbor. Turn, look at your neighbor. Turn, look at your neighbor. Now smile. Smile, smile, smile. Smile. Amazing. Usually when I do this, there's an outbreak of laughter. You try. Put your hands together for yourself. Okay? So now, look at your neighbor again. Say neighbor. 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 That phone you are using. Every time you scroll. Are you cashing out? Or are you wasting time? Every time you scroll, aimlessly, somebody else is cashing out. Thank you very much. Put your hands for yourself. Amazing. See, you want to have a domination mentality.